So I've been meaning to make a video reviewing this Card Slinger for a while now, but I've been kind of struggling with it because along the way I've been kind of finding faults with the Card Slinger itself, but not just the Card Slinger itself, but like with the method of scanning your cards. And it's mostly to do with the apps themselves and the amount of time that those apps take. So what I mean by that is that you set this up, you have to get your lighting just right, and then you put your cards in, and your scanner like may or may not like get it. So you gotta get it all right. You have to like get your setup all right, and then it starts to scan the cards, right? And it doesn't always assign the right set to them. So if you're just dropping in like random cards that you have in your collection and you're trying to add them to TCG Player inventory, or I'm assuming that's your goal when if you're trying to scan these. If you're really just scanning them for collection, I don't know, maybe it doesn't matter so much what set they are, but you start to scan them, and then every other card it's assigning the wrong set to the card. And so then you're kind of clicking on the app, you're going, oh, that's the wrong set, and you're clicking back and forth, clicking back and forth. And you're doing this so much that it kind of eliminates the time that you save using the tool from the whole process. Like you might as well just be manually typing in like the first couple letters of the card and selecting the number and entering it accurately. Because you're scanning it, and you're like, you have to be vigilant. You have to like look at every time it scans, okay, it's got the right card. And then if you have multiples in a row, it doesn't recognize that you've put in a new card. So you're like, okay, I just put in 3 of those. How many did it detect? Looks like only 1. So I got to go and add 2 to that. Oh, or you put 1 in, and then you put another 1 in, and it detects that as being a different set. And so I have some feedback. I have some suggestions. If you're planning on using this, there are a couple things you can do. One is to just pre-organize your cards by set. So if you're doing that, like what you can do is you just go in and scan them all. If you have to add, plus, whatever, add them all up. And then you export that. And it doesn't matter if they detected or if it detected the wrong set, because you're going to edit that in post. You're going to be like taking your spreadsheet that it exports and changing everything in the set column to whatever. The problem with that is that now you added just a whole extra step to your process. Now you have to organize by set prior to using this. That just eliminated any of the efficiencies that it created as well, right? So if you're going that route, you're not really saving much time anyway. The other thing that this doesn't do is it doesn't condition your cards. So if not all your cards are near mint, some of your cards are light played, some of your cards might be heavy played, moderate played, like it's not conditioning them at all, right? So you have to do that as well as an extra step. The way, if you're just adding your cards to inventory, manually, like pulling up the cards, I've got 3 of this card from this set, and I go and I type it into the TCG Player inventory, and then I hit like, one of them's near mint, put it in a near mint sleeve. 2 of them are light played, put them in light played sleeve. Like you're doing that, you're conditioning them as you're adding them to inventory, and it takes you whatever time it takes you. It's time consuming, it sucks, but what's the alternative? Using this isn't really going to save you that much time. In fact, it might actually make you take more time, or create the kinds of errors in your inventory that are going to come back and bite you down the road. You're going to end up having to fulfill, or you're going to have to end up giving people more refunds because you don't have the right inventory. You're going to end up like, I can't fulfill that order. I'm so sorry. I don't have that card. The card I have is actually from a different set. I can't find it because I organized it differently. I put it in my inventory, under a different category because it's from a different set. So I messed up, right? So I really don't think that these are a solution for anybody really, unless you're trying to get a database of the cards in your collection and you don't really care if it's the right set or not. The other part of it is it could be useful for you if you already have all of your cards organized by set. So if all of the cards that you have that you would ever want to be uploading to TCG Player inventory are already organized by set, this is pretty useful potentially. If you're that organized, kudos to you. The alternative is to get a much better sorting system. So there are machines out there that will like there are binary machines where it'll say, you know, is this card you know, from this set, is this card of this mana value, is this card of this you know, cost, like, and it'll sort it like, you know, yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. And so you can kind of like eliminate, you can just put a bunch of cards in the machine and they just do their thing, you know? And so it doesn't waste any of your time. It doesn't take any of your time. It's just the machine's time. And then like TCG Player has some machines that are actually like pretty sophisticated and they can have all kinds of different sorting rules. Like those make a lot of sense. These don't really make that much sense for people. And so like I've struggled making a review for this because it's like, I don't really like it. I mean, there are some flaws in the design. It's really rough right here. You know, you have to have the lighting just perfect in order for it to work, to even scan the cards. This is cool because like it does have like a way for you to adjust the you know, position based on the app that you're using and your phone, like where your camera is. It does have the ability to you know, sort with if the cards are sleeved or sort if the cards are not sleeved. But ultimately, it's not that useful. So, you know, I wanted to be like this cool influencer guy who you made this really cool review of this product. But I don't really think that the product solves the problem. I don't know. If you disagree, if you have a better system for using the Card Slinger or any other one of these types of card scanners, let me know in the comments. I'm trying to, I have like hundreds of thousands of cards that need to be uploaded to inventory, and without a machine, I'm doing it slow, really, really slowly. So if you've got any tips on how to do this better, let me know. Thanks.